Hi, welcome to the Coaching Game. I'm Laurie Lawson, and tonight my guest is Alyssa Peek. Hi, Alyssa.
Hi, Laurie. How are you?
I'm great. I met Alyssa at the ICF NYC holiday party, and we were just talking, and she mentioned something about photography, and I went, oh, cool, you know, everybody does photography. She goes, yeah, I specialize in women over 40, and I went, what? Do you do Photoshop really well? And she, you know what, she surprised me. She's not a Photoshop, she is a Photoshop person, she can do it, but that's not the secret. So we're gonna find out what the secret is. But first, tell us a little bit about why women over 40? What made you decide to do that? Why not puppies and kitties?
Sure. I think that women over 40, you hit that certain age and you start doubting yourself. Your body starts to change. You get wrinkles, your hair. We all know the story.
The mirror.
And we start self-doubting. Our inner critic comes out and really starts seeing all our flaws. And so when I walk into a room of women over 40, which is really who I network with, and I say I'm a photographer for women over 40, it qualifies them versus disqualifying them. Everyone has a notion in their head, oh, a photographer, you think of models, you think of magazine, you think young, skinny, whatever. Yeah. And so this really qualifies to say, I'm okay for this. I fit into that category.
Right, and sometimes, I don't know, sometimes it might be a category into which you are not anxious to fit, but the reality is, I mean, the mirror and pictures will tell you out anyway. So people over 40 not only are, what are some of the categories of picture taking that is it like Match.com, or is it?
Sure. So, you know, in my sessions, it's a 2-hour process. It's an hour hair and makeup, because we really want you to look your polished self. We still want you to look like yourself, but the best, you remember, this photo is going to be your billboard, right? It's up 24/7. If you were putting a photograph in Times Square, you'd want your hair and makeup done, right?
Yeah.
It's getting on stage. So that's number one. And then we get 3 different outfit changes in my basic package. And so you can use your photos most people use them for their websites, for their LinkedIn, but then, like you said, dating profiles. A lot of my clients are authors. They're publishing books.
Oh, the back of the book.
So we do the back of the books, banner ads, any marketing material. But you can use it, gifts for your special someone. It could be anything you want.
I'm seeing, I guess, the Groupon coupons of boudoir photographs now. It's like,
so I do that. I've done a few.
Really?
Yes, I do. Business Beauty Boudoir. That's one of my tags. And the first one I did is for a woman who was having a double mastectomy.
Oh, how nice.
And she wanted to celebrate her body before she had the surgery. So she came to me, and it was really a special experience. So, you know, when people think boudoir, they can go down one certain path and think of what they want, but this was a celebration of her, and that's really what I do, is I celebrate women. Another one that I did was for their 15-year wedding anniversary, and I got a thank you note from the husband.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Well, that was nice.
Yeah, so the photographs can be whatever, but most of my clients are women business owners. They're the face of their business. They need to be on Facebook, on their website, on LinkedIn, on blogs, on webinars, on books, and they need a picture to represent themselves in their best possible light.
And to bring out the authentic them, I guess, or which is so difficult to do. And it's kind of, that's what coaches try to do, but they do it with words, and we don't have. I like the idea that you have evidence. Here's what I came up with. Here's what you came up with. That might be a thought to maybe all of us coaches should photograph after our sessions.
I think that so many people have a perception of what they're supposed to be and what they should. The word should, right? We should look like this and we should look like that, instead of being who we are. And I don't think I allow my clients to actually dance around, right? I want you to dance. I want you to relax. I want you to get into it. And there's a part of a person's personality that really shines, right? So when you let a person do that, they get to discover this little part of them that they forgot. When's the last time you danced?
Around the house, but
so,
very briefly, and
so
not well.
It lets them relax and really have fun, and I think that's what my experience also allows people to do, is just reconnect with themselves
Wow.
in their process.
That's a lot for 2 hours, one of which is used on makeup. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't, you can take a headshot, sit and just smile at the camera, or, have fun. And like I said before, I really want to have it's a place where I let them just reconnect. Yeah.
And then you try to capture them.
And
do they come in with preconceived poses and notions of what they like?
Most of my clients have no idea how to pose.
Oh,
so that's really why, one of the things I say I do is I really coach my clients in how to pose. So just recently I did a shoot and I said to my client, pose, give me your best stuff. And I took a picture of her and then I directed her on how to pose. And when I sent her photos, I never usually do this, I sent her the one that she posed in her way, just as a goof. And when I spoke to her later, she said, wow, it was so powerful that you sent me that. She goes, I thought I was rocking that shoot. And then I saw how ridiculous I looked, and I see now what you do and how you pose people to make them look great. So she thought it was very powerful. And then she said she went to a conference the next day or week, and she caught how she was holding herself and how she was positioning herself even at the conference when she was on stage. So it's more than just getting a headshot. It's really teaching you. I give every client a little tutorial and the basics of photography and why certain poses work and why poses don't.
Wow. I was telling Alyssa that I had done a video shoot of some kind, and I realized that I did the whole thing this way, and all I could see was my neck, which I hated. And it was like, oh no, so now I'm going to be big scarves and babushkas and whatever.
No, here's the trick.
You might see my eyes.
I'm going to give you the trick. I mean, if you think about photography is all about geometric planes. And so you have the plane of your face and the plane of your neck, and you want to separate the two as much as possible, because whatever is closest to the camera will appear larger. So if you take your neck further from the camera than your face, it will appear thinner. And the other thing, everyone else has the tendency to do the little Farrah Fawcett, and then we show our neck, and really you want to bring your face forward and down a little bit. It also opens up your eyes, because if your neck is back, you get squinty.
See, those are the kind of tips and tricks that we need, yeah. So I remember Doris Day. Remember Doris Day? I think she's still around, but they said after 20 years or so, 20 years ago, they have to photograph her through so much Vaseline. And so are those the tricks you're talking about?
No.
I didn't think so.
No. My tricks are really again, going back to the geometric planes about what should be closest to the camera, what should not. You want to kind of put things that you don't want to see further away. And for women, you want to always show angles. For a man, it's about making them, and this is, I guess a little sexist, but the man, you want to make them strong and square, right?
Yeah.
But for a woman, you do want to make her angled. So I can have a man pose like this, which is all right angles, and I can have a woman just turn this way, and she's just a little soft. My arms didn't change.
Not at all.
But do you see the difference of square to V? And so those are the types of things that I teach my clients and guide them how to show that you actually have a waist. Putting your arm next to you doesn't show that I have a waist. If I go like this, now you could see that I have a waist. So there are things like that that's what I do. That's why I specialize in women. It's not the same to photograph a man as it is a woman.
That's interesting. Yeah. I know every picture of my mother always had her leg cocked, and to the side, and it was like you can't find a picture without. So she already had that one down.
Well, let's talk about that. Your legs, your hips on down, right? It's a rectangle from your pelvis to the floor.
Yes, yeah.
So to make you look thinner, just cross your legs.
Exactly.
Because it takes the eye into the V. You always want to create V's and angles for women.
Create V's and angles. Okay.
It brings the eye in.
Yeah. That's interesting that it's different with, I know you photograph men, well, certainly, but it's different between, is it a vanity thing, or it's just a reality? Women are more angles and curves?
Women are more angles. I mean, I can easily take a woman straight on square like this, and it's not going to be as attractive if she went like this. I mean, I always say this is the widest I could be, right? So if you want to take a picture of me and I'd be this wide, all you have to do is turn 45 degrees to the camera, and now I'm
Look
this.
at that. I'm watching. Yeah, I'm looking at that.
Yeah, right? So you go from this.
Sorry, we're looking at the camera right now.
Yeah, but and you go to this, it's 15% thinner. So
oh my
it's not, to your point, it's not the Photoshop. The Photoshop I may whiten some teeth. I may remove if someone has acne or something, or maybe a really deep wrinkle we just want to soften. But I'm not changing their face.
Yeah.
More than anything, I may highlight, not remove, but highlight. So it's just like wearing makeup. Brighten a little on the nose, brighten the eyes a little, but not change who you are.
Yeah. So you can still. It's interesting because I just discovered something new. I'm always discovering something new on my computer. And I was doing a headshot. I was trying to fix a headshot. And I had the ability to tilt the head just a little. And like on that plane, and it was like, that's a whole different shot. It's like, how did that happen? Even though the face was, it's just a matter of.
I don't know what app that was. Tell me about that one, yeah.
I will. Thing, I don't know. It's Windows 10. I still don't know what's on there. But so, and I'm going, oh my gosh, now all my photos are all tilted. It's like, yeah, but I'll get back to straight. But that's such a good thing to know.
But I also think the tilt. I tell my clients not to tilt. When you're tilting, people are used to again the tilting of the head, and it's okay for fashion. But I think if you're looking at someone for a headshot, do you want them to be like this, or do you want them to be like confident and look at the camera?
That's interesting because it was a straight-on shot, but then it ended up that way, and I don't know. I'll go see which one I like best.
It's a little like maybe a dating profile can be a little softer. But I think if you want to be, listen, people want their pictures. You have to speak and communicate, right?
Right.
So 6 seconds, 7 seconds, you're flipping through a website. You have to grab someone's attention and communicate to them that you are confident, professional, smart, approachable. You have to grab their attention. I use the analogy of curb appeal. You're shopping for a house, you're driving down the street, you're looking online, you pass all these houses that you're not attracted to. And then you see the one that the lawn's taken care of and the house looks nice and then you say, wow, I want to learn more about the house. So it's no different than looking for any other professional service. You need to get their attention. We've got the soft goods and the hard goods. The hard goods is the resume. The hard goods are the accomplishments. The soft goods are the photo. Something to think about.
Wow. Yeah, I guess you could have all the accomplishments in the world, but if you're glowering or just looking gloomy.
What most people with tons of accomplishments have a website that's very, it's full of copy.
Yeah.
And so when I see a website that's full of copy, I'm a visual person. Nice logo, move on. I can't see who's behind there. It's like Oz, right? Who's behind the curtain? I want to see who's behind the curtain.
I know. And it's almost, it's like, okay, when someone asks you to be a Facebook friend or a LinkedIn friend, if you don't have a picture, it's like, no.
Yeah, no, but
what's
exactly.
the problem?
So think what it's doing to your business.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
So. And so you're saying within one session you can do a business, you can do a casual, you can do a dating, you can do whatever.
Whatever you
can do a LinkedIn and a Facebook. One casual, LinkedIn is more business.
Absolutely. And I tell my clients always, bring that outfit that's in your closet that you never get to wear, but you feel like $1 million in. And they do. They bring evening gowns and glittered stuff, and you have no idea. And sometimes the headshot ends up to be in that outfit because they feel great.
They're feeling good.
And a lot of times, one of the outfits is always the suit, right? So they always show up and I'm a professional, I need to wear a suit. It's not always the picture that they end up choosing because it's not really who they are. So I like the ability to give different options, and for many reasons. Some people come with like chunky jackets or chunky sweaters. It just adds volume. So I have 23 years of fashion industry experience. So I was a buyer at Ann Taylor. I worked in production. I was a merchandiser. Did all over the industry. And I bring that to the table also. So when a client, I always tell them to pack more than they need for the shoot, and I help them go through and really decide what outfit. And what's interesting is I just had coffee with a client the other day, and she said, I worked with a stylist for the shoot. And I had all these outfits, and then I brought things that I like and feel comfortable in. And you kept choosing the outfits that I felt comfortable in. You didn't choose the things that she had
stylist
picked.
chose.
And I think it's important to work with a stylist. But what a stylist is about when you walk into a room, so the outfits were beautiful outfits. She looked beautiful in them, but they weren't necessarily right for photography. And so it's something I know to to look at what's right for photography.
Wow. It's for those of us who like snap pictures on our phone and think, oh, look at me, I'm taking a picture and I'm a photographer. There's a lot more to it. There's
There
a
really
lot
is.
of behind the scenes stuff.
You know, color is a really big thing. Color makes you, like, if you're wearing red or bright blue or hot pink, it's going to make your page look happy.
Oh, okay.
And it's going to catch the attention. Black also captures a lot of light. It absorbs light, so you like really dark so I think that there's a lot more than just getting a headshot.
Do you do, I know once I had my colors analyzed and I was the first person they chose to go, oh, that's wrong. I was wearing all autumn colors and I'm really a winter, I don't know, whatever it was. Do you do some of that too? It's like these colors are going to be...
I have a stylist that I would, if you wanted to work and really get that done, I have a stylist that I work with that I would send clients to for that. And some people do that, that's great. But if people bring outfits and they put it on, and I am, and also an artist, so I have the eye to say, not that color.
It's not going to work.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
Fantastic.
So
you
always
mentioned
overpack.
And you mentioned feeling like a million. So tell us, what is your tagline?
Feel like a million, look like a million, make a million. And I really, I was taking.
You can't argue with that. Yeah.
I was doing a photo shoot once, and I looked at the back of the camera, and I said, "Wow, she looks like $1 million." And when people's personality come out, when their true essence comes out on their face, you look happy, you look successful, and your photo is about attracting new clients.
Ah, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So we all want high-paying clients.
True.
So in your photo, if you don't look like you invested in yourself, and you don't look expensive, why would they want to spend all their money with you?
Now you got me back to the suit with the little fake tie. It's like, okay, so somewhere in between, we're going authenticity with a touch of class and professionalism.
Confidence.
Yeah. Okay.
You can wear a suit and look professional and look boring and miserable, or you can wear a dress, professional dress, and look confident and expensive. It's
at this point in the game, and I'm from when you had the little ties that match. I mean, that's how long ago it was since I worked on Wall Street-ish places, thank heavens. But so at this point, it's almost more courageous and more appreciated if indeed you don't have the suit. And it's like you have managed to put yourself together and look professional without the accoutrements, all the stuff that go with it.
I think it also depends on your industry, right? So if you're a lawyer, maybe you want to wear the suit, although I shoot a lot of lawyers, and the women don't necessarily have to wear suits. A nice professional dress goes a long way. But there are also, I would say, 80% of my clients are entrepreneurs. So they're not in the corporate, they left the corporate world not to wear the suit anymore.
Exactly.
Their old headshot is in the suit. Their new one is in a great dress.
Yeah, there you go. Look how I've advanced. Look how far I've come.
Funny that you said that, because it's really about evolving, right? We're all evolving. Yes. We're all changing. So your pictures need to evolve with you, and they need to capture how you are involved.
That's interesting because, yes, for the young person starting out in the corporate world, you may need that suit, and you may need that to feel that, to feel that that is a great way to say it, that it's about your evolution.
I had a client who wrote, that was her experience, and when she got her photos back, she gave me that line. She's like, you caught the evolution of me. This is now, she had gone through some illness, and had a big shift in her weight, and this is just who she is now. And I was able to capture, she has written so much about her photo shoot, because she uses her photos all the time. I love her. She really, I showed her that even though she has put on weight because of her health issues, she's beautiful and dynamic and confident, and she writes a lot about it now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's what you're talking about when you're saying a picture can change your life, or it can certainly enhance it. Because I remember when phones first came out. I'm not that old. Yeah, we were using the tin can. No, when the camera phones first came out, and I was down in Maryland with my cousin. He goes, "Oh, let's take a picture." And I went, "Yeah, instant depression. Let's go for it," because a picture can also destroy you. It's like, oh my gosh. So what's your philosophy on that? It's like, I can make you look great, but there's going to be some dogs in that pack, or no? You don't send the dogs?
I don't. So part of the listen, I take a lot of pictures. I take about 300 pictures in 2 hours. You know, because in each outfit it's about 20 minutes, and in each outfit I will have you stand, sit, turn, twist, dance, whatever it is. You're going to get some blinks. You're going to get some weird shots. You're going to get things that don't work.
Eyes closed, always.
And you know, I definitely cull through the photos and send you the top picks. And sometimes I don't want to make it too overwhelming for my clients. If I send them too many,
I agree.
You can't make a decision. So I try and narrow it down as best as I can with giving them still many, many options. So yeah, they don't need to see the bad ones.
And even because we all had that inner critic that never shuts up, even the good ones, you're going to go, oh, look,
there's a process in coaching that I do with my clients. So there's the part of teaching them how to pose. And then the other day I was photographing a coach, and she said to me, "Wow, you're coaching me," because she carried herself very
look at
small,
that.
right? And so she'd smile and said, instead of like, it's like a flower and you're blossoming, right? So I taught her how to really stand in her presence and stand in her power and feel beautiful. And she was just like, oh my gosh, she couldn't believe it. So there's that. Then there's seeing that. There's fun feeling it when you're in this session. And then you get the pictures and you're like, who is that powerful woman right there?
Yeah.
And so there's a bit of coaching in there and stepping into your power. I really believe it helps people step into the possibility of them being powerful or realizing that they are.
Yeah, I think yes, and unfortunately, I think we are, I don't want to say superficial, but we are visual. Let's say we're visual. And if you do see it before you feel it, but you're making them feel it and then you photograph it. So it's, I don't know. But if you see it in action, then it's something that you're going to want to emulate. So, you know what, I really look good in that picture, so let me stand tall.
I have people who, they tell me all the time they have their picture, and sometimes they pick one for their headshot and one just for themselves. It takes a little, courage to stick out a picture of you standing like this and saying, hey, I'm the boss lady, right? Even though a lot of my clients do, and they should. But some people just tell me they keep it on their desk. It's like their vision board of the possibility of who they are.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
Wow.
So some people they keep it on the fridge. And some people keep it on their desk to really remind them and inspire them.
Wow.
Yeah.
This session with you is becoming more and more valuable. It's like, okay, not only the hair and the makeup and looking good, but it's like feeling good. And that so I understand now why you were at the International Coach Federation holiday party. It's like, I'm sure you have clients that are coaches.
Many, yes.
But you're also coaching. You're bringing out the best.
I am, and I also work with a lot of the coaches with their clients. So, like as you said, a lot of my clients are coaches because they're the face of their business, right? So they need a picture from their website. But also, they send me a lot of their clients because they're working on their resumes, they're working on their LinkedIn profiles, they're working on their confidence, they're working on all these things. And they need the photo, the soft goods, to go with the hard goods, right? So there's that. And in the meantime, I think when we met, I told you about kneading the bread. I really believe that I kind of open up this possibility and change the lens and the perspective and how someone sees themselves. And I think it helps coaches as much as I'm also coaching them in the process.
Wow. What's the most, with the, you already told us about the lady, celebrating her body before the double mastectomy. What's one of the most unique uses that your photos have had, or some of the unique uses?
I had a client who had my photo on the New York City buses and subways this year.
Get out of here.
Yes, so that was very exciting. And if you
Did you know you were photographing for that?
No.
Oh my goodness.
She is a coach, has a TV show, and She's a Tony Robbins understudy type of person, and she won some. So we just did her shoot because she had this TV show. She did a full day.
Yeah.
So because she's really put herself out there, she has all these things. We did like 20 outfits. It was like an all-day thing, which is also one of my my packages. But she had no idea, but she then applied through the city of New York to some entrepreneur thing, and she sent me an email. I saw her, and she said, "Oh, by the way,
I'm on a bus."
One day I'm driving down the street, and I like stopped the car, and there was my photo.
Oh my gosh!
On the bus stop.
Wow.
So, yeah. So that was really exciting.
Was she over 40?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You too can be on a bus.
Yeah. So that was really, really exciting.
Oh, that's fantastic. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you chose a few cards here, and we don't have that much time. What card do you think is probably the essence of what the message you're trying to get out to women over 40?
Well, knowing that these cards say belief, completeness, authenticity, awareness, judgment, and point of view, I would say all of them. I'm going to see the one that's really sticking out to me is judgment.
That's the one that stuck out to me also because, and it's just a person with a tape measure, the dreaded tool of the 21st century. That's the one that stuck out to me because I think a lot of, with the posing that is improper, we do a lot of self-judging and self-criticizing and self-editing, you know? So why did you say judgment?
Because, like I said earlier, we're all our worst inner critic judging ourselves.
Yes.
And I think that, listen, we all do it, right? And I think that sometimes the pictures really show you to stop because you really are perfect just the way you are.
Wow, you must be one heckified coach because because you know a picture is the first thing that can make you go, oh my God, I'm still trying to get over my video shoot. It's like, no, why did I hold my head like that? You know, it's like, but so good if you can, break that wall down and just make people realize that the essence is really, without the essence, you're never going to be beautiful. So that's what a good lesson. If they go to your website, we have like 30 seconds left. If they go to your website, can they book an appointment with you, or do they just contact you?
They can contact me.
Okay. Her website is at the bottom there, and I'll bet you she's got some cool photos on it. What do you think?
I do. People love the before and afters.
Oh, and you do before and after?
Well, all the before and afters are, the befores are their previous photo that I did not take compared to the photo that I did take. And I think that they're very powerful because it's not before makeup, after makeup. That's for the makeup artist to have. This is, how did you present yourself before?
Alyssa.
And then how do you present yourself now?
Oh, wow. Alyssa, this has been fascinating and inspirational. Thank you so much for being on the coaching game.
Yeah.
This was great.